Nunam pate shasya samihitam janais.
Nunam pate shasya samihitam janais.
Tanmayaya durjayaya kritatmabhihi.
Tanmayaya durjayaya kritatmabhihi.
Nalakshyate yastvakarot akarayat.
Nalaksyate yastvakarot akarayat.
Yone ka eka paratascha ishvaraha.
Yone ka eka paratascha ishvaraha.
Srila Prabhupada. My dear Lord, although you are one, by your inconceivable potencies, you have expanded yourself in many forms. Through the agency of Brahma, you have created this universe. You are therefore directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who are not sufficiently experienced cannot understand your transcendental activities because these persons are covered by your illusory energy. Purport. God is one, but He expands Himself in a variety of energies. The material energy, the spiritual energy, the marginal energy, and so forth. Unless one is favored and especially endowed with grace, he cannot understand how the one Supreme Personality of Godhead acts through his different energies. The living entities are also the marginal energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma is also one of those living entities, but he is especially empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although Brahma is supposed to be the creator of this universe, actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead is its ultimate creator. In this verse, the word Maya is significant. Maya means energy. Lord Brahma is not the energetic, but he is one of the manifestations of the Lord's marginal energy. In other words, Lord Brahma is only an instrument. Although sometimes plans appear contradictory, there is a definite plan behind all actions. One who is experienced and is favored by the Lord can understand that everything is being done according to the Lord's supreme will. Hare Krishna. So it's actually very significant purport. Here, well, Bhumi Devi starts, Srila Prabhupada more explains about what's the position of the Lord. What are we to do? Even the Brahma, who then appears as a creator, he is not the creator. Right? He only can create because he is so surrendered to the Lord. So the Lord can use him for the creation. Now, what about us? Are we the creators? Are we creating our own future? Are we in control of our activities, our future? Are we in control of our enjoyment? Well, due to the potencies of the Lord, the Maya potency, then actually we feel, yes, we are. Everything is under our control. And we become so bewildered. But the reality is that the potency, actually, it's an illusory potency, and she works so perfectly that we get the perfect illusion that yes, we are actually. It's like playing computer games. You know, if you get really into it, then nowadays when they are like so good, like graphically, you may actually be thinking you are part of it. Right? It's now probably they have also like some three-dimensional, so then you feel even more illusion that you are kind of like a part of it, you are in it, you are doing it. You know, same kind of like when you are on the Facebook, then you actually feel, oh, these are my friends. Right? You may be so illusioned that, no, I'm giving them, showing them my life, and then I see they're like, wow, we are so good friends. But it's all illusion. You are not really sure who is on the other side of the Facebook. It can be not a nice girl. It can be some sleazy guy who is posing like a nice girl, and he just knows how to talk. And then you get completely bewildered. Not friends. There was in England somewhere. There was one girl, and she was on the Facebook, and she had friends on Facebook. Okay. Now she had a birthday. So then she just posted, okay, well, I have a birthday tomorrow, so who wants, please come, for the birthday, right? No. Okay, it's just nice thing to post, okay. Then in the morning, like, she woke up, and then she figured out around her house there were like many tens of people. I said, wow, she never saw these people in her life. Who are these people? Well, we are coming for a birthday. What? Now, I invited my friends. We are your friends. We are from the Facebook. and they wouldn't go away. I cannot. Sorry. And she had to even call police, kind of like to disperse the people. So what friends? No, you don't even know them. So, but the illusion is, yes, it's good. But for example, I mean, what do people do on the Facebook? They put about themselves the best, what they know. Make the pictures of themselves and kind of just put it. I'm so happy. I'm the best person. And you appreciate me. So the people. Now there is also like a term. There are psychological disorders coming from that. Because people get frustrated. They, look, all my friends are doing so good. No, they are all he is on the holidays. He has some beautiful girlfriend, and he is this, he is that. No, he has a lot of money. Oh, look at me. I have nothing. Okay, so I also post something kind of like what's good, but but that's not a relationship. Relationship is always two ways. Right? It has to be not you present yourself as you want, but no, it has to be face to face. Sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are unhappy. But friendship, relationship is about when you are unhappy, the friend will help you. But you don't want to let others know that you are unhappy. So that's not about friendship. It's nothing. Just call it friends. It's like in India, when you are flying, so they don't call passengers. They say our guests. Yes, guests. So you pay the ticket. You spend so much money, and you are a guest. Yes, and now you are a guest. So it's like you are coming to somebody's house. You have to pay thousands of rupees. Oh yeah, please. No, you come. No, you're my guest. So it's they misuse the terms. But it's not a friendship. So then we have to understand where we belong. Like in Germany, now they figure out in past 10 years, then they closed around like a 70 or 80% of pubs, which actually is a disaster. Because in the village, I'm sure here also, like if you have village, what do you have in the village? You have the people living, and then every village is a pub and a church, right? I don't know. Do you have a church in the? Yeah. It's like a must. So then, what do they do? Because like the people socialize in the pub. They just go and they talk. It's okay, the drinking part, that you leave it aside, but at least they have some interaction, some connections. And it's healthy for the society. But now with the internet, they don't need to go to the pub. They just order some beer or whatever online. It comes. And they chat to the neighbor on the Facebook. They don't need to go and see him. And it's a disaster. So nobody goes to socialize. Nobody talks. So nobody knows what's inside each one's head. And then suddenly just somebody gets frustrated and then just go and shoots everyone. It's a disaster. It's really people become very mental and very crazy. So now they are trying to revitalize it. They are trying to actually reopen or attract people and come and socialize together again. Just talk, because human beings, they are social beings. But you need to see the face of the other person to properly understand and properly interact. But yeah. But the Facebook is now also like the people can very much misuse it. Like even the government, right? I mean, what do? Somebody wants to show off. So there was another guy, and on the motorbike, then he went 200 kilometers in some villages, kind of like just going, and he put on the video, and he puts it on the Facebook. Look at me, I'm so good. I can go fast, and then I just look how I'm overtaking the cars. Everybody's scared. Okay, so then he puts it on the Facebook. And next day, the police comes to his house, and then, okay, so you posted this video, great, okay, so we have evidence against you, so you pay a fine or you go to jail. But they will not stop. He will do it again because it's an addiction. We are addicted. What is our addiction? See, the addiction actually is that the soul naturally wants to be happy. But because we are covered by the ahankar, we don't know what happiness is. So we think happiness is some self-gratification. So alright, so you think you have some nice, you get some nice thing, nice gift, kind of like, wow, I'm so happy, because first I can enjoy it, and then you see, okay, others care. Or you eat something, oh yeah, that's so perfect, that tasty for the tongue. Wow, I'm enjoying it. Or sex, so you get into the, oh wow, that's good. But how much time do you get of the enjoyment actually? You eat, and then you cannot eat as much as you want, right? And I'm full, I cannot do anything, and you get sick. And then if you are distressed, okay, so then take drugs, alcohol, so you forget the distress. So it seems like it's so perfect, so universal. But each and every time you are abusing your body, you are suffering. And then you think that by taking the drugs, then you stop suffering, but it's never like that. It's temporary, and after that, when you take the alcohol, then for some time, okay, you feel kind of like, okay, you forget the suffering. But the suffering doesn't go away. It's like the ostrich, right? The big bird in Australia. When danger is coming, what do? They put the head in the sand. Okay. Where is the danger? No danger. Everything is just perfectly. Or rabbits. When they see the eagle coming, so they close eyes. They don't see the eagle coming anymore. So therefore, no danger. So and then the death is so fast that you don't understand. So therefore they seem happy. But what kind of illusion is this? Right? That's not reality. The reality is that he is finished. So now, since the desire of the soul is to be happy, then we should be looking for what is the real happiness. Where do we get real happiness? The real happiness is not the happiness according to the ahankar, but the real happiness is according to the soul. So the nature of the soul is to serve. But then how do we understand it? As a jiva, and what can we do to be happy? As a jiva itself, it's a very minute particle. What can we do? Now, okay, I mean, it seems like, well, if I want, I can walk, I can talk, I can run, I can enjoy my senses. Now I can do so many things. But is that so? Think about it. What, as a jiva, we can do? What? The body is not ours. So the senses also are not ours. Right? So that who is enjoying actually? And how is it that we are enjoying? The jiva, all the jiva can do is to desire. Okay, so the covered jiva, the conditioned jiva, then desire. I want to enjoy. But then, why sometimes the jiva does enjoy and sometimes suffers? The jiva can only enjoy if the Paramatma sanctions it. You want to walk, you want to go away, the Paramatma, you can desire only. But if the Paramatma doesn't sanction it, you cannot move, you cannot do anything. You think you are controlling your legs, you think you are controlling your hands, but if Paramatma doesn't sanction that, you won't be doing anything. It's Paramatma who has the body under control. It's not us. So now we may think Paramatma is our servant. But it's not like that. Like you may have a father. Right? He brings his little baby son, kind of like, and he puts him in the sandbox because he wants to play. So then the father, he is standing on the side of the sandbox, and the little baby is playing. And the baby forgets about the father, and the baby thinks like, well, I am this, I am that, I'm building castles, I'm enjoying. Right? And the father, what the father does? He just looks and smiles. He lets him enjoy. And then, when the baby is tired, then what the baby will do? Okay, well, I don't want to play anymore. Okay, please, father, take me away. Or I am hungry, please, Or I got hurt a little bit, I got scratched, Immediately, just the baby figures out. Well, okay, no more playing. Now I'm suffering. Father, where are you? No, please take me, and then right? But until there is something, until the baby thinks that I'm enjoying, not only the father, but the father, he is not upset about it. He's just sitting there and then just watching and smiling. Right? So it's very natural. So that's Krishna. Krishna is just watching us and smiling at us. Okay, you want to do this? Or I want to play with this. Okay, so Krishna gives to you. play. Oh, I want to do, okay, take this. Oh, Krishna, I don't want to play anymore. Okay, please come back. It's all up to us. What you desire, Krishna will help. But sometimes, you say, Father, I want it. No, you will not get it. Too expensive. Or not good for you. But sometimes, the baby wants to put hand into the fire. Right? Just the father say, don't do it. But the baby, no, I'll do it. So maybe the father just, okay, so now touch it. Or, no, and the baby like, wow, it hurts. See, I told you, you shouldn't have done it. So now you remember, I don't do it again. Like Srila Prabhupada once, he was always tempted to put fingers in running fan. So his father saw it, and then he knew how dangerous it is. And then sometimes when the father wouldn't be around, so keep telling the baby, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, it won't work. So then he switched the fan off, and when it was spinning down, he said, put your finger there. So he did put the finger, and he got like a knock on the finger. So nothing happened, but he understood. It was slow, and it hurt. If it would be faster, maybe it will cut my finger off. So he would never stuck finger, in the fan again. So we are learning by different experiences, by hearing, right? Somebody telling us, by seeing, and by experiencing. So this is how we gather our realizations. So now we have to accept it, we have to understand that the only thing which we have is to desire. And if we desire on the level of the soul, then there is nothing else we want than to be Krishna's servant. But unfortunately, the desires get covered by the ahankar. So it's all about then I, mine, the body. I desire just to enjoy my senses. And then, we are suffering. We are like the baby in the sandbox and just get completely lost in playing. But until we ask Krishna, please Krishna, take me away from here. Please Krishna, okay, I don't want to play anymore. Then he will be on the side and just smiling at us. No. Because he knows if he pull us out from the sandbox, then we'll be crying. So then he just as long as you think that you are enjoying, just do enjoy. But he is always there. So when we are ready, we want to get out of that, he is always ready. He will never give up on us. So, how to develop the desire? How we can actually develop the right desire? And why should we? So this is the whole process of devotional service. How we properly then practice and develop the desire. So Rupa Goswami, and he teaches us in Uparashamrita how we can develop such desire, like how we can develop devotion. So first we have to start with, then what do we do with ourselves? how do we control ourselves to such extent that we don't overemphasize the senses. So if we try to control our senses, the demands will be still there, but it will be minimized. So following regulative principles. It's very important. Because then we start having some little control over the senses. And especially we are talking about tongue, belly and genitals. So if we try to control these three elements mainly, then everything goes much more easily. Then the mind has get more strength to actually be able to not to demand the sense gratification. And then when the basics are done, then we should be very careful which activities we avoid. And then, and especially, we have to avoid people who are materialistic. The association with people who are materialistic, who are into, you should enjoy. We all should enjoy some gratification. That's very dangerous, it's very contagious. So, avoiding that, and avoiding not talking prajalpa, avoiding over-endeavoring for getting your enjoyment. Now, these things are, if you avoid that, then again, you have more chance to keep the mind steady in goodness. This is where it belongs to. So the mind will not demand from the senses. But we still need to do something, right? You cannot exist by not doing anything. We need some gratification. No, you cannot, as long as we are conditioned, then the sense gratification is needed. But this is what Srila Prabhupada is giving us. Sense gratification, okay, it's not being denied. But the sense gratification must be controlled. So then Varnashrama Dharma then establishes, it gives us. It says, okay, you need to enjoy. Okay, there is. You want to enjoy your tongue? Okay, great. How do you do it? Then eat prasadam. Right? You want to enjoy sex? Alright? Then you can enjoy sex as a grihastha. For having children. Right? Everything is acceptable, but restricted. So okay, so not do that, and not things are going to be very simple, but the mind will be able to be focused on the goal, and the goal should be Krishna consciousness. So alright, so then how do we do it? Then again Rupa Goswami describes, okay, do this. Right? So activities which we should perform. And again, one has to be associating with sadhus. Sadhu Sangha. It's very important. Because then, in the association of devotees, then you get inspired. Utsaha, one becomes very enthusiastic. And so, these activities then will keep you going. It will keep you then progressing in your spiritual life. And then how do you do it? Then you practice the exchanges between the devotees. And ultimately the same exchanges are going to be practiced with the Lord. Darate pratigrinati guhema prichate bhungte bhajate. So if we are careful and we do it properly, we can get our gratification, we can get our happiness. But if we do it properly, restricted, we will get the happiness, plus we will progress, we will actually be really happy. Because we had done something for the Lord. And that brings the real happiness, because it brings the happiness to the soul. And when the soul is satisfied, then we start to understand we don't need the ahankar, we don't need the identification with the body, I and mine. And we start to understand the real ego, then who we are, the servants of the Lord. So our desires will change. And therefore, then we can progress farther and then be more Krishna conscious. Until we are ready to completely give up the false ego, and we will be able to fully surrender to the Lord, and that will just bring real happiness, which there is no need for artificially be increased. We don't need any Facebook at the time. We don't need any pub, or we don't need to drink alcohol or take drugs because we feel so unhappy. No. There is no thought about it. There is no need for it. Nothing artificial. Everything is real. And then, in that situation, the devotees are fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness, and then they are happy. So they come to the platform of prema. So this is something which we have to very, very much consider. Something which we need to get straight. We cannot maintain the wrong desires. Do understand that all we can do is desire. We cannot do anything ourselves. Even if we desire to be Krishna conscious, then what can you do? Right? You desire, you want to chant the holy name. You cannot chant the holy name. Again, it's going to be Paramatma who arranges. But because you desire the right thing to do, you will get the transcendental result. But the Paramatma is going to arrange that you can move your fingers, you can speak, you can hear it. It's not you. So when you have the right desire, Krishna helps. You progress. It is you who progresses, but it's by Krishna's mercy that you do that. It's not you. You cannot do that. We as the minute part, we cannot do. But Krishna is so merciful. So through Guru, Krishna, we can get everything. But we should never think that it's us, because it is not. So, if we start to understand and maintain properly the desires, Krishna is more than willing to take us to the highest levels. He can purify us, but at least we have to desire that. That's all we need to do. I don't know, maybe I was saying before already, but how important it is, like in Melkota in South India. There is one nice lake, and one day there was Ramanujacharya, and he was eating on the bank, and eating some prasadam, and then the servants were there, and everybody. It was like nice situation, and then he was eating, and some crumbles then fall into the water, from his mouth, and so then there were some fish in the water, and then they took the crumbles, and as soon as they took the crumbles, so then they changed it to forehand form, and they went back to Vaikuntha. These jivas, and everybody saw them, and the disciples, they were so astonished. They said, "How is it possible? What is this? No, we are eating your prasad every day. And we are still here, suffering. The fish just took some crumbles, and then they are immediately going. They are being liberated. Why is that?" Right? Tukaram Maharaj, and his life was fully dedicated to the Lord. Okay, then at the end of his life, the Viman came for him. And the spiritual airplane. And actually, it was, the people saw it. The whole village, everybody just came. There were crowds of people just seeing it, because it's like effulgent, and you have the Vishnudutas, and then because he was pure devotee, he went in his body. So now, as he was boarding the airplane, and then he remembered, "Please, wait a minute. I promised to my friends that if I go to Vaikuntha, I will take them with me. Can I?" And he asked the Vishnu, and said, "Yeah, please, you can bring your friends." So then he went, and in the crowd he found his friends. And then he asked, "My dear friend, okay, I promised you that if I go, I will take you. Now the time is here, the airplane is here, we have to just go in." He said, "Wow, that's so wonderful. But you see, now the time for harvesting my crop is coming. If I don't do that, my family will suffer. I cannot go." Alright? He went to the next, and this is so wonderful. But, you see, my daughter is sick. I have to take care of her. Who will? So he went, and there were 5 or 6 friends. And none of them went. Everybody was so busy being attached to what they were doing. They were unable to give up the attachment connected to the body. So they could not have gone. Okay, so he went alone. Right. What do we desire? What do we do? Or in the Shastra, there is a story about the old lady. Like old lady, ladies, they collect wood for firewood. So one day, she collected a huge amount, and she was carrying on her head, and very happy that now she will not need to collect for many days for her cooking. So as she was so happy, and then going, and then it was very heavy, and then she was walking, and then she tripped, and everything just fell down. So now she was very much distressed. Wow, now what will I do? I am now suffering here. I had so much of wood, so much work was done, and now everything is lost. And she was lamenting, who is going to help me? And as she was lamenting, no, she was calling Krishna. And then what happened? Krishna comes. And Krishna comes and she is so happy. Wow, Krishna, I'm so happy to see you. Yeah, I see you are in distress. No, please, how can I help you? Wow, please, can you help me to put this wood back on my head? Because I've collected it, it's a lot of work, and now you see, it's very much distressful for me. Krishna, no problem. Takes the wood and he puts it on her head and disappears. And she's so happy. And then now she walks and then now happy. Okay, so now I got back my wood and then I will not be cooking. And then as she walks, she realizes, what did I do? Krishna was there. I could have asked anything. I could have asked not to go back to Godhead. I could have asked anything. But instead, I only asked, I just put the material burden back on my head. Then again she broke down crying. But Krishna didn't come next time. So what do we do? Think about it. If maybe you will be so much in distress, maybe Krishna will come. What will you do? You will be able to give up your attachments and ask Krishna for something substantial, or do you ask him for some, I don't know, Ferrari or something? I want that girlfriend, but she doesn't like me because the other boy, he has some BMW, so if you give me Ferrari, maybe she will come with me, or we cannot have stupid desires. And therefore it's very important that we practice devotional service from the very young age. Otherwise, if we don't, we maintain these foolish desires. And when the time comes, then we are leaving this body, then we will remember these foolish desires, and then what we do, we think about them, and because we think about them, we will take another birth, so then we can get fulfilled those desires. It's very dangerous. But if we maintain detachment, then by the mercy of the devotees, by the mercy of the Lord, we can go back to God at this very lifetime. So keep that in mind. Everybody should keep that in mind. And nobody can blame anybody for, well, I really wanted to be Krishna conscious, but because of the devotee, look, he told me that I'm not good. And now it touched me, and I cannot do devotional service anymore. Or the devotee told me, okay, he doesn't like me, so I'm not coming to the temple anymore. So it's his fault that I'm not Krishna conscious. Or once I was chanting and then was falling asleep or something, and he was laughing. I'm not going to chant anymore. No, I cannot chant. So, whose fault is that? The problem is that we cannot blame anyone for our faults. You cannot say, just because of him I'm the victim. And now because I'm the victim, no, I cannot do. And for the rest of your life, then you just keep saying, I'm the victim, I cannot do devotions, I cannot do this. It's very foolish. So, and at the end of the life, and they say, the Yamarudas come, right? And okay, shall you now go with us? No. Well, we didn't do really devotional service. No, but because of the person there and this, that, no, I could not do. Okay, so you didn't do. So you don't go to the spiritual world because you didn't do. No, but I'm the victim. No, you didn't do. You will become the victim now of yourself, of your own mind. So let's try take it more seriously and then maintain the proper desires. Because if we have the right desire, Krishna will help us in every aspect. If we have the wrong desires, then Krishna will also help you in every aspect. But he does it through his potency, Maya, and it's a learning experience. So eventually, yes, we will come to understand that, okay, the time for playing is over. But how long will we take? It's up to us. So maybe let's not be too foolish and let's do it the right way. Let's develop the right desires. And the right desires we can develop in the right association by doing the right activities. Hare Krishna.
How come is Lord Chaitanya said to be the most merciful incarnation of the Lord? I was just thinking, cannot be there any difference in the potency of devotional service in different yugas, or how come the difference
Okay.
made?
See, the thing is that Krishna himself, he wants you to make the first step. So you desire. Means you have to want to become Krishna conscious. Right? And when you do that, Krishna will come and he will do everything. Now, but he will wait. Krishna will wait for you. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't wait. So he will try to develop the desire in you. See, Nityananda Prabhu, he goes to every house and he just begs, please chant the holy name. Sometimes he gets kicked out. But sometimes, the people appreciate and then, they start. So the Lord comes to you, begs you, please, just desire the right thing. So you have the opportunity. But if you say, no, I don't want to, get lost, then he cannot do anything, and you are lost as you were before. So that's why he is the most merciful, because he comes to you and he actually gives you all the opportunity to get the right desire. Krishna waits. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't wait. But in each case, if you don't want, you don't get. So even the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is here. It's around. The devotees are there. The holy name is there. Everything is there. If you don't want, you won't get. You understand? So the desire to develop the right desire is association of devotees is extremely important. Yes?
I think that it was Ramanujacharya who said that if you cannot do any devotional service, so please sit with devotees, sit with Vaishnavas, and be with them.
Yeah, just observe them. And you can see when you do like Harinam, then many people they become attracted just because they themselves are so frustrated and so busy, so angry, they cannot even properly relax. And they see devotees, they have so much time, they go around and just chant and what is this? How come they don't have to work? How come they don't they are so happy and then they have no money, but I have so much money and I'm so much in anxiety, I'm not happy. Why? So it becomes addictive. I just read Swedish people, right? They have their own fika, right? That's how we call it, no? Fika? It's like some break, like coffee break. Right? Something like that, no?
Yeah.
And then, but when they drink their coffee, they always like sit down, and then they take a little bit like a biscuit or something like that. It's not like the rest of the world. Drinking coffee means walking, kind of like, so you save time.
Yeah.
Or no, you drive in your car, right, and then get what you want, and then you are driving and drinking and doing things and eating. No, not like that. Just take a little break, and then just sit down and just relax. Now, they figure out that doing that, even though it takes maybe half an hour from their work, but that half an hour, in the relaxed time, it gives much more efficient work done, in the shorter time. So they do more than without a break. So now, some people are trying to understand it, and then they are trying to implement it. They see the benefit of it. So we have to be able to, relax, and people are attracted to it. They want to see, how is it, okay, they are so happy. So association, that's how we get it. You associate with those who are happy by doing their activities. When they do the activities and they are convinced about the activities, then people naturally will be attracted to it. Money will not make you happy. You see, like you may have a person who is a millionaire or billionaire. Now, if the person is not satisfied, if he wants more money, okay, I have $10 billion, but I want 20. How can he be happy? He cannot be happy. You may think, if I would have too much money, I would not be the happiest person in the world. How? Why? You have this much, you want more. Why not more? If you can have more, why not more? So, money doesn't make you happy. Then you can have a person who has no money. But he is happy. He is happy with, he is living somewhere, you see like in India, right? People sometimes live under the tree and then just be happy. Like example, like Klavica Shidjar. What he used to make leaves, like leaf cups, and then that would be, he would sell for people to offer to Ganga. And then he would make maybe like a few paisas a day. And whatever he made, half of that would go for Krishna service. And half he would keep for his family to maintain. He didn't need anything more. He was happy. He didn't have money, but he didn't need money. So he was happy. Srila Prabhupada's father, he would come into the shop for 2 hours, he was selling clothes, and after that he closes. And then again he would be using his time for Krishna consciousness or for his family. Okay, so he got some money and it was enough to maintain the family. Oh, but he will open for 4 hours or 8 hours. He can get much more. But for what? If a person is happy with what he gets, then he is satisfied. But if you are not happy, nothing can make you satisfied. Nothing. So money does not mean that you will be happy. Happiness is a state of consciousness. If you are happy with what you have, then you can be satisfied. And association, it's contagious that way. So if you associate with people who are satisfied, who are happy, you also become satisfied and happy. But if you associate with people who are materialistic, attached, and they want more and more and more, you will also become like that. Yeah? Hare Krishna. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Krishna Prabhupada ki.